Oh, this is Mark with the DeFi Degenerate, bringing you another news article. Let's go. So, today we're going to be talking about Ethereum gas fees. So maybe you bought Ethereum, and let's say you put $500 in Ethereum, right? You're buying some on your MetaMask and other things, and then you see this high gas fee, like almost like $20. I didn't sign up for that. I'm not paying that. But you got to pay that in order to fulfill the transaction. So I'm going to tell you, we're going to break down here what Ethereum gas fees are and how you can either avoid them or give you some understanding into it. Again, I'm going to be including all posts that I talk about here. And yeah, follow along with me. So what is gas? So gas is required for every computation executed on the Ethereum network. Okay? Basically, for your transaction, you become part of the Ethereum blockchain. You must pay gas fees to transact on the blockchain. Each operation consumes a certain amount of gas. But the kicker is this. The more operations a miner needs to perform while executing a contract, the more expensive it is to run. I.e., more things it needs to do, the more congestion, the higher the gas fees rise. Because we're gonna keep reading, but I'll add it if it doesn't bring it up. So let's look at some important gas terms. I am definitely gonna include it here, and I'm gonna butcher it. So follow along. So let's look at some important gas terms, including definitions. So, gas, a transaction unit that represents computational effort. That's fair. Gas price, the amount you're willing to pay. Again, it's going to be here. So, pause the video, look at it. I'm not lying. All right. So the amount you're willing to pay for every unit of gas required to complete a transaction. And that's going to be denominated in GWEA. I say GWEI, but there's someone that's going to say tomato. Pardon my French. Gas limit. The gas limit means the max amount someone is willing to pay for a transaction to complete. Meaning, if it's in the realm of completing the transaction, you can limit how much you want to spend on that transaction. Ideally, if you're trying to transact on off-peak times. Peak times, say a prayer, you got to pay a high price. GWEA. I wish this came with enunciation so I could see how to say it. A fractional unit of ETH. ETH is the acronym for Ethereum. Okay? 1 ETH is the equivalent to 1 billion GWEI. Okay? Transaction fee. The fee associated with the completed transaction, parentheses, gas used times gas price, close parentheses. Okay? Again, go back to that point of video if you want to reread this stuff and what it means. And then we're going to go into some more technicalities. Okay? So how is the transaction cost determined? So complexity in gas times gas price in GWEI equals transaction cost. In layman's terms, if gas is the unit of how much computational work is done, the gas price is how much you, as the sender, are willing to pay per gas. I need to find an analogy that can help you. So a standard send transaction requires 21,000 gas. Let's say it's at least 120 GWEI, meaning the minimum the complexity in computational work is 120 GWEI. That's the bare minimum to finish that transaction. Okay? Then sending 1 ETH to someone's wallet would be, do the math, 21,000 gas times 100 Gwei equals 0.0021 Ethereum. So you can say, I think the best example of this is when you're at the gas station and you need to get gas, right, for your car. So of course your car costs money already. You know, you got a car wash, got to clean. But you're on E. You're gonna take the sucker to the car. You're gonna take the sucker to a Wawa. Quick Check, Loves, I don't know what's about you. Wawa, definitely for the win. You're going there, alright? The guy says, so you can say, right, that the complexity in gas, right, is how much gallons your car needs to have a full tank, okay? And then the price of the gas. So if the gas is $3, hey, we're not buying $20 a tank for a full tank. But if you're $3 a tank, you have 10 gallons, it'll take you ideally $30 to so yeah, it makes sense to me. So ideally the math problem would be 10 gallons tank by the cost of that gas, right? $3. So the math problem would be you need $30 to complete that. Hopefully that broke it down where it makes sense. It's just, this is how they've been running the network, and it works. But it needs to get better, of course. I agree. So transaction fees on Ethereum are based on the complexity of the contract, not on the amount of Ethereum sent. So if that contract is complex, doing a lot of work for you, it's going to cost more. Plain and simple. Sending 0.0 ETH will generally cost the same as sending 100 ETH. I sent $1 and it cost me $17. So when I sent $100 and it still cost me $17. Yeah. So the price of the Ethereum gas fee is just determined by how complex the contract in which you're transacting on is. The gas price will also be different depending on the type of transaction. Let's say a simple transaction would be peer-to-peer. Simple, person to person. I'm sending $10 to my friend Michael. I have his wallet address. That's it. You want to send someone 1 unit of ETH. This would not require a smart contract, a program on the blockchain that runs when conditions are met, so the computational power is needed to complete the transaction is lower. And NFT or DeFi transactions are often more complex, which require more computational power, thus higher gas fees to complete. I want you to think about it like this. So instead of using your car, use your bicycle to go to your friend's house to drop something off. It's a really good example of how cheap you can be. So if you want to save some money, you could do it this way. Ideally, if you want it faster, you'd use your car. Okay. So the website TX Street is a great visualizer of Ethereum gas fees. I'm going to include a picture here to show you how that looks, and the website's going to be up there too. So feel free to go there. Yeah, this has been a great video. Probably very dense, but it was great talking about it, and I loved explaining this to you. My head hurts giving you such bad examples of what gas is in the Ethereum network. But like everything, this is Mark with the DeFi Degenerate. You will see me again. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love making this content for you guys. Show me some love. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.